Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Impactful Gems. And for those of you all who are new, welcome to my channel. Glad to have you here. Today, I wanted to get on here and just give some encouragement. You know, with the social media and in this era that we're living in, right? A lot of times what happens with social media, there has been an increase from when I grew up. There's been an increase in since social media is so prevalent and all the cameras and the videos and the all of this taping and all of these different things, a lot of times it causes people to hide behind a facade, right? And it's it causes some people to really look at other people's lives, right? Look at other people's lives and think that they have it all together. Well, let me give y'all a news flash. Nobody has it all together. Did y'all know that? Nobody has it all together. But what happens is on Facebook and YouTube and all these other social media outlets, people portray like their life is all good and everything is, it's just dandy all around. They don't have no problems. Their health is good. They eating at the best restaurants. They traveling all around the world. And you know what? Some people are. Absolutely. And life is meant to live happily and with fun and things like that. And that's what it should be about. And you know what? Life is definitely what we make it. But this is some encouragement for someone who feels like it's too late, because a lot of times people use the terms like, oh, well, by the time I get this age, I wanna have had this. Or by the time I get this age, I'm supposed to have a baby by this time, or I'm supposed to be married by this time, or who told you that? Where'd you get that from? I'm just that's rhetorical, but yeah, where'd you get that from? Because there's no, I mean, yeah, we should have goals and we should have things that we want to achieve, and it's okay to put a timeline on it if you choose to do that. But remember, God is in control, first of all. But let's not forget that. Let's not forget that. I think sometimes we forget that you're if God chose to cut off your oxygen, okay, you wouldn't wake up. You wouldn't even be listening to this video. Okay. So let's remember that. Put God first. Seek him first. And all these things will be added unto us, right? One of my favorite scriptures. So it is not too late. Stop looking at other people's lives and comparing yourself. Because here's the deal. Here's the thing. You don't know how long they have been working on whatever they're showing on social media. You don't know how long they've been working at that. First of all, you don't even know if it's real. That's the first thing. But let's just say it is, which hopefully a big percentage of what people post is real. So let's just say it is. Let's say it is. That they're let's say it is. But you don't know what they did behind the scenes to do that, to get that. And for you to compare your life with their life, you don't know what all they had to go through. And I'm not going to even, listen, it's so many examples I could give. So many examples that I could give about people that have made it or that are successful. Remember, success is just that's all relative, right? So you don't know what they did to get there. And here's the thing. If you want what they have, are you willing to do what they did? Yeah. Are you willing to do what they did to get it? Are you willing to sleep in your car? Hmm. Are you willing to be homeless? Because those are some stories, right? For some, I know of some millionaires personally that that's what they had to do. Not saying everybody has to do that, but they had their trials and tribulations to get to that point. Are you willing to do what they did to get what they got? And we can take a simple example: going to college, finishing college, right? You want to, that's the example I love to use because yeah, I had a wonderful college experience, but I was not the best student. I partied a lot, unfortunately, but I made it. I made it. I'm proud of my C average. But seriously, the people that became doctors and engineers, and if a lot of people who had those let's say degrees that paid more. Yeah, some people they have the intellect, and maybe they didn't have to study as hard, but you still have to have discipline to get to whatever phase, whatever you're trying to do in life. You still have to have discipline. Are you willing to? Because listen, I know when I went to school, I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it as long as I live. And I hear they do it at a lot of colleges where they'll say, the president or whoever of the college, whoever's doing the speech for the new kids, the new students that are coming in. Y'all been, for those of you all who've been to college, you probably understand what they do. A lot of times is they'll say in the orientation assembly, they'll say, all right, look to your left, look to your right. And they'll say, one of those people that you just looked at will not be here. They will not make it for the 4 years or the 5 years to get their degree. And it's so true. It's so true because it takes discipline. It takes discipline to do whatever we want to do in life, right? And so, are you willing to do what you need to do to get to that next level? Because a lot of the people that you know that I went to school with, they didn't make it. They partied a little bit too much, and they were gone. They didn't even make it to sophomore year, right? And so that discipline part, turning, saying no, I can't go to that party today because I have a paper due, and I have a project that I have to work on. I have to study. I can't go to that. I can't go to that event. So let's be careful about comparing ourselves um, in terms of in terms of what people did to get to where they are. Are you willing to do that? And it's if you're not, we should compare ourselves anyway, period. The only person you should compare yourself with is yourself, right? What are your goals? What are the things that you want to do in life, instead of looking to the left and looking to the right and worrying about them? How about you worry about yourself? How about that? How about I worry about myself, right? And so I hope that encourage. I know it may not sound encouraging, but it is never too late. That's what I really want to talk about. Also, it's not too late. You could change your mind like right now and say, I want to do this. You could go take a class, or you could go learn a new skill, or you could go whatever you want to do. Write that book or do it. Right? It's not too late. Um, who are you competing with? Right? Who are we competing with? Who are you racing with? Who are you racing against? Is this a race? Are we in a, what is this? Right? So I just wanted to encourage you all. It's not too late. Don't give up. Don't quit. You may have had, say you wanted to always, I don't know, write a book, right? Especially now with with all the tools that are out there. That's something I'm working on while I'm playing. While I'm playing, I'm talking to myself, right? So, yeah, I'm preaching to the choir, as they say. Do it, right? Do it. Don't compare yourselves with other people. Set your face like a flint and do what you want to do. This is your life, right? Everybody has their their life to live, and live yours to the fullest. Become the best version of yourself. Don't compare yourself with other people. And we have the tendency to do that sometimes. I'm not gonna say everybody has done it, but I'm pretty sure a high percentage of people have. Where, if let's just say I'm a woman, so let's just say you wanted to get married and you see everybody around you getting married, and you're getting older and you're like, oh, all right, so what's happening? You know, um, and sometimes it can be difficult for people to stay focused and not look at other people and wonder, well, when is my turn going to come? But guess what? If that's what you want, that's just an example. What it could be, you could pick out any example. But if that's what you want in life, then guess what? You can do it too. Just keep your focus. Um, Continue to work on yourself. Whatever you need to do to get to the next level, whatever that next level is for you, whatever that next level is for you. You know, I heard somebody say yesterday that, you know, life doesn't give out medals for early people, right? Life doesn't give out medals for early people. The people that the people that oh, they did it by they did whatever it was by age 30 or by age 40, or hey, life doesn't get you don't get a medal for that. You don't get a medal for that. I mean, we see things that happen in the news, of course. Of course, we have those wonderful, extraordinary stories of, the prodigies and things like that. Okay, that's okay. If you got a 4-year degree at 17. Okay, that's not talking about, well, that's more than a medal, but you get what I'm saying. Hopefully, that you don't get a medal for the early people, the people that did things early in life, and everybody else is a failure. No, that's not how it works. Every day you wake up, you have a chance. You have a chance to achieve whatever goals you want. Okay, y'all? So don't give up. Don't quit. Go for it, whatever it is. Don't, 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 don't be the, um, we have to do our best to hopefully not be what did Miles Monroe say? That a lot of dreams and goals end up in the graveyard. Okay, things that we wanted to do, we never accomplished. So go out there, you all have a wonderful rest of the day or evening, whenever you listen to this. And yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Um, and my gem for today is don't trust someone else's timeline. Because guess what? I'm going to say it again. Don't trust someone else's timeline because that's their timeline. You have your own timeline. All right, y'all. All right. See y'all on the next video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. All right. Take care, y'all. Go out there. Go out there and achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. All right. Bye bye.